everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. Milkie VT is a VTuber, a cult mommy VTuber, or at least she was until she decided, to graduate for her own reasons. And that, of course, I'm not giving any kind of judgment on that at all, because everyone has their own reasons for being a VTuber, just like they have their own reasons for moving on from being a VTuber, or from being this form of a VTuber. Sometimes they don't mesh with it well, sometimes it's just personal situations. We'll see exactly what it is here. She says, a bittersweet goodbye, but the good kind. Thank you for being part of this chapter with me. I'll be having a final stream on Friday, August 21st. Let's spend one last night together, probably say goodbye to this chapter. Started VTubing, I never could have imagined how much it would come to mean to me. We started as a fun hobby, grew into years of streams, friendship, memories, experiences I'll always carry with me. Every message, piece of art, laugh, and person who chose to spend their time with me helped me make this chapter incredibly special. Somehow along the way, I realized I was ready for something else, something new. Rather than quietly disappearing, I want to give this chapter the goodbye it deserves and give myself the space to move forward in what comes next. Thank you for being here. Thank you for growing with me. And thank you for making this chapter of my life something I'll always be grateful for. This is a goodbye, but it isn't the end. Hope you'll spend one last night with me. So either they got a big opportunity, or they're moving on to something else IRL, whichever way it is. Like, they could have got a big opportunity VTuber-wise, where they, some companies, when they get you as a VTuber, you have to move on without your past self. You have to split that up. So yeah, a lot of people are, as you can tell in the comments down here, are sad that it's happening, sad that they are leaving, but you should always be happy that they were there. You should always be happy that you were able to see them, and hopefully are able to see them in the future as well. Ooh, subliminal messaging. Follow the squirrel. Subscribe to the squirrel. This is not a psyop. This is just me being a dumbass. Ooh, subscribe. Erina, Makina, or Makina Erina, whichever way you want to say it, is a VTuber, a female VTuber inside of FaZe Connect, part of FaZe Adius. And recently, we had been talking about this on the channel, that she is having an outfit reveal. She recently had it. It recently went very successful. And let's take a look at what she has here. We're going to take a look at the outfit reveal itself. And it's 3 hours long. We're not going to take the full 3 hours for it. We are going to take a look at it. First, the boob window, apparently.
Let's see if we missed like any details.
I don't think details have been missed, at least.
We might have missed. I don't know. I feel like out.
Oh wow! And she even has one of these. Looking straight down at the booba. I can't believe they even made one of these. That kind of rings for FaZe Connect when you think about it. But let's take a look here. Continuing on.
It has.
This is their full look.
Yeah, the two sides are tools.
The shorter hair, and she also, as you can see there, with that you have a dakimakura, a more sexy style. For one side, I'm pretty sure that's one of those inside-out dakimakuras that has like one side is sexy, one side is not. For like the ones you could show up to work with, and the ones you could not show up to work with. And you see the different colored eyes as well. I forget exactly what it's called. And for some reason, she focuses on the booba.
I think you wouldn't mind if I did look for it right now.
Twitch, this isn't me doing it. It's her. I swear. I swear.
I really don't believe you.
And YouTube too. What the hell?
I wasn't expecting. I should just expect less.
So yeah, she has these things here. She has these little parts that she's putting out. And she has some things like this, which is cool. I'm very glad that she was able to get this from FaZe Connect, because now she has 2 new outfits within, like, I think less than 6 months. And she has been, for years, having the other outfits. No outfits, actually, just one outfit. So it's great to see that she has more. Hololive Productions is having a interesting new thing out there for you guys. As you know, I always like to show you what I can. And they are the organization that controls Hololive EN, JP, ID, Device, and HoloStars, JP and EN. Today we're talking about them because, like I mentioned, it's something with Black Screen Records. We can't wait to share what we were working on with the team at Hololive Production. Sign up for a dedicated mailing list so you don't miss our first announcement. And it says Hololive Music Studio Twilight Vinyl. It looks like it probably is going to be something vinyl related. Because Black Screen Records, this is what they do. They do vinyl, CDs, cassette tapes, And they've done this for like Spider-Man. They've done this for other things here, as you can see there, for different artists, as well as for like, fairy tale, animes, things like that. And that would absolutely still fit within Persona 5X. It would still fit within the whole thing of, Black Screen Records overall, and also fit within the confines of anime, because we are very intertwined. So that is something that's going to be coming up here. Probably several records, vinyl records, with the music that they have, with Hololive music on them, probably for individuals. We don't know exactly yet, but this is very promising. This creator has had a lot of things swirling around them very recently in regards to someone they defended and the beliefs of that person they defended and the people they defend around them. This is primarily what it stems from, the stuff that I'm going to be talking about, at least what it stems from. There are other allegations out there that I will not even talk about because those don't have very much proof. These are the ones that I do actually have evidence behind. We're going to be talking about Little Nikto, or Nikto, a celestial horror VTuber here, undead composer, voice actor, and VTuber. And this is the person that they were defending, which is Scarlet Bell, someone who has, decided to make a crusade, seemingly, against a marginalized group, which is the trans community. We have here Peacemaker, not a Peacekeeper. You may be wondering what the difference is. Peacekeepers are governed by the desire to please people and make sure that everyone around them is always happy. Challenge is that the practice of peacekeeping is not effective because it is like putting a duct tape on a broken pipe, only a symptomatic cure. Or we need, basically putting religion into here, basically saying that, peacemakers, on the other hand, aren't afraid to offend people, and talking again about the religious side there, which sometimes meant upsetting the crowd. Yes, sometimes you have to upset the crowd, but also, I'm pretty sure the Jesus that they're talking about, the person that they're talking about, the religious figure that they're talking about, wouldn't attack a marginalized group. I highly doubt that the person who was all about love and peace and giving love to your brother and turning the other cheek and all that kind of stuff would be very happy with people being that aggressive, as aggressive as Scarlet Bell has been, with the marginalized group of trans people. They may not, the religious figure may not have agreed in that point in time about all that kind of stuff, but he would absolutely accept and shelter and hug the people who are in that. And that's just the way that I was taught when I was a kid. I'm not I'm not going to put my beliefs one way or the other here. But this person that they're talking about, the religious figure, wouldn't agree with anything that they're doing here. The message reaches you, and then they put on things like that. They're going very, 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 very religious on this whole thing. And it is, basically trying to attack, using Christianity, I guess, to try to, be above other people, trying to be, this is me and that's you, not being so great. Here's clearly we love you, we truly do, yet you attack. You say you truly love them, yet you attack. Cannot support the path to self-harm. There you go! You say you love them, but you don't accept them as they are. And I'm pretty sure the person that you're espousing the beliefs from, that created your specific religious beliefs, the one that you read the book of, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be like, oh yeah, hate them, even though they call them your brother in that book. So yeah, hypocrisy. Thy name is this person right now. And says, where were you guys when I was doxxed? My kids were threatened to be blanked and got swatted 5 times for trying to these people, again, being aggressive. I'm just going to be honest here. I am a person who is very accepting of everybody. As long as you respect me, I will respect you. I don't care what you do. As long as you respect me and respect others. Because I also don't like people who are just assholes. Like, this person has done nothing to me, but they are assholes. They're an asshole to people that are a part of my community. People who are an intrinsic part of my community, who have helped me become who I am today in the VTuber community. And I can't stand by and let people that I consider friends, people that I consider a very vital part of my community, being attacked this way. I just can't let it be. But I will say that is all I do. All I'll do is criticize. Do not harass. Do not send threats. Do not try to take away their children. Do not call CPS, because then you are just as bad as they are. You are also now showing that kind of stuff is allowed. And if it gets done to you, that's, you really have no reason to be angry because you just did it to them. That's the way I feel. If they want to turn around and do it to you, you have now made it a justification of, I don't like you, so I will do this to you. You made a justification. 2 wrongs don't make a right. But I will not fault the other person for deciding, hey, they made it, in their anger for, doing that as well. If you feel that is justified, calling CPS on somebody, then don't be surprised when CPS is called on you. or people that you love. That's just the way I believe. The very transgender community, again, spouting hate. Again, I won't even go and do this up to even you guys, stuff that you guys can look at. Ritz CVT that helped me break free from the, again, being very, very hateful, which is, like I said, the first tenets of their religion is to not be hateful to other people. Of course, you could spin any type of religious belief. You could spin any type of personal belief into something vitriolic, which is what these people are doing here. And I have never, ever, whenever I was a part of communities like that, ever felt that it was justified to attack someone else. It was always love your fellow man, hug them and help them whenever you can. Give them the shirt off your back if you have the opportunity to and you can afford to. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what they are, doesn't matter what they identify as, you do that. And you do not criticize them because that is not constructive at all. You do not send hate. You criticize, you say, I don't believe what you believe, I don't believe in what you're doing is right, whatever. Don't just keep on spouting hatred towards them. Accept them for who they are. And calling things like transgender agenda, also again, is continuing on and doing these things here, continuing on. And, I know some people are going to hate me for doing this and saying this and all that kind of stuff here. And yeah, doxing is horrible. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of beliefs you espouse. I don't care. You don't dox somebody. I've been doxed, and I think that's why I'm so against it. I've been nuclear doxed. I've had my family doxed. My family's like put in danger. People threatening to swap me because I've been doxed and things like that. So I am vehemently against this type of stuff. Currently homeless, living in some relatives in debt, and a career has slowly been taken off, and it's enough to pay off the debt before December. So at least they're getting better and stuff like that. But still, doxing isn't good. I don't agree with anything this person's been saying, honestly. But yes, you can fight against doctors, and I do agree fighting against doctors is a very good idea. Now, they went specifically and decided to, Nikto decided to defend them and be aggressively in a way of defending them. And, find myself disagreeing with both conduct and message pushed out by individuals when concerned of children possibly being removed from their parent is put into the equation. Whatever relationship, good or bad, that might have anyone else with backs to me, ensuring the kids are safe, that's good. I host a community of individuals from all backgrounds, so they're trying to, kind of make this a bit of an apology. Large collection of people harassing me in my household, cut me off. If they did this, I would call my person into question, call them disappointment. A transphobe, all manner of vile names. I am not here to justify myself to these people. It's become abundantly apparent that their capacity for hatred far exceeds their love. But then again, you were supporting someone who was extremely sending a lot of hatred. So that's why people want to distance themselves from. That's understandable. As long as they don't attack you, and harass you, as long as they don't send threats to you, as long as they don't try to cause harm to you, guess what? There's not much you can do. Just move forward. If they don't like you, move forward. And when I stick my neck out and rush into AIDS, they'll genuinely need it, regardless of the background. They've given out free tracks to use for the public, and driven across state lines for help for others with best of their abilities. And here, continuing on, someone who does best look for everyone else that I meet. And push the worries that I have. They went very goad the worst out of me. I do my best to afford grace, and know in many cases it would not be afforded to me because I understand that people come from various backgrounds. So yeah, while I do not condone every little thing a person might do, I do not perceive anyone to be in the truest sense beyond redemption. Your lens of scrutiny bears down on a heavy weight. I will not allow the very clearly misplaced cruelty change the person I am. So they're trying to justify again here. I don't agree with people attacking you for a poorly written tweet in support of that was geared toward a mother being separated from her children. Perhaps clarification for the support in the first place may have cited some of that. Yeah, that's the thing is, and again, long responses you see here. I'll pause for a little bit so you can pause and read this as well. Basically, this person, Mrs. Mummy, is saying that they don't agree with the violence that they suffered, but also they are, the animosity will be sent because of specific person's things that they were saying. It's understanding in that case, you have to be gracious on both sides. For those choosing to distance themselves from you because of it, that's them simply protecting themselves, their space, and things like that. So that is the thing. When you defend somebody, no matter who you defend, you do run the risk of getting ostracized. If that person is not a very liked person or does not espouse very nice stuff. You have VT cards who's separated based on that whole thing. Separation from the creator Nikto, because of the marginalized community thing. You have Cannery, who also did the same thing and wanted to donate to the Trevor Project. And because of the fact that, they were supporting someone who did all those vile things. Be cryptid as well. Do not incite hate and give kindness to those who return. We are a space amongst all genders, religions, sexualities, etc. If hatred comes your way, we ignore it, block it. We never act on hostility because it only makes things worse. Recognize that what we do is they're doing is wrong and help protect each other. Looking past those who refuse to spread love. Hold everyone in this group to those standards without exception. So yeah, spread love, and that they do not condone what Nikto did. Nikto's no longer a member of the Cryptid. Our initial statement failed to clearly communicate that he was already gone. That was a mistake, and we were sorry for the confusion. So yeah, and basically saying that they're supporting the LGBTQIA plus, and they do not support the negative rhetoric that has been spread around. And Hug Wizard also removed one of their videos, as you can see here, because they don't feel comfortable having him in one of their videos. Nikto, the thing that I had read before, Takara, also mentioned that there was a I was questioning your friendship ever since I confronted you about your transphobic mod, Lou Furious, that I had to ban for saying they're going to blank a trans person in my server with a hammer. Audacity said he would never do that, but the fact is that was done. The whole thing here is that there was evidence that they may be possibly at least hand waving the bad things like that were done here. They're hand waving a lot of things, and people do not want to accept it. They do not support it, and they will be ending their friendship at that point. So yeah, of course, Nikto can have disagreements, discussions about why people are separating themselves, but it is people wanting to protect their space, protect the people around them, protect the people that are part of their community. So, you know, they go on through more things like that about mansplaining Catholicism, etc. Just bad behavior on their part. And go in here by Vika, also kind of given the same feel with the things they have there. Feels they were disrespecting them. Well, Nikto was disrespecting them. No one claimed that this thread is going to be attacked. Nobody in my community will be allowed to remain here if they do. Do not go after anyone. But they're saying that they are going to be splitting themselves from the things there because of vague posting and other things going on. So there's continuous stuff. There's, you know, other stuff going on there. It just continues on. This will be a 30-minute video if I go through absolutely everything and read absolutely everything. So I'm just going to leave these things here. People having personal experiences with him and ending up cutting contact due to the personal experiences they had there, whether it be in BCs, in Discords, and things like that. There's like I said, there's a lot of things. I'm a very slow reader, so I will let you guys read this as well. But people are putting out their personal beliefs, their personal feelings, and their personal experiences with Nikto. I want to give everyone a little advance warning. What I'm about to share is very different from the content we normally post. Yes, scary white text post. And again, yeah, sorry I had to go through the survey. I remember tried to make friendly connections with Nikto a while back, but he just kept brushing me off to someone by being disingenuous. But this is what you've said. If it's what you've said, it's very unprofessional of him to do that to you. So more unprofessional behavior marked here that you can pause. I'm going to leave it so you can pause it when you want to read. And here as well, you can pause and read. It does suck that Nikto seemed to have had a lot of negative things happening, negative things they've been going to. And, you know, Nikto just has, you know, what would they call it? He has poisoned the well, soured everybody when it came to things that were going on. And so, yeah, they go on to other things here. Nikto explained that what he typically did was ask VTuber to provide an art piece animated otherwise, which he would then use to create a video for the song he released on YouTube. Copyrighted collaboration includes expectation that I provide artwork or other assets for the collaborators' promotional material. So some other bad experiences there. And again, Valdez Fox being painted as, again, going, saying that they were painted as a two-faced bee and painted negatively by Nikto and people around him. And just, you know, saying that they don't have to agree with every political opinion that they have, but they don't want to be mistreated for the ones that they have themselves. Type of thing. Going on here, also the wife of Nikto here, and it says, queer artist, so his choice is a huge kick in the gut to me, especially seeing it on his wife. I know what intentions were, but it's still wrong, and it has been causing me grief for days. Caused severe damage to both surrounding community and my personal relationship with him. He's no longer part of my space, and we're doing a lot of work offline to decide what to do moving forward as a couple, or even if it will be. I'm sorry to everyone who was hurt. Queer people are always welcome in my space. So the continuation, this is the wife mentioning the whole thing as well. We have Peach as well. He would ask for free to be seen, always super late. So, always with playful banter, supposedly, and person feeling uncomfortable because of this thing. This is one of the weaker ones, I would say. because they didn't. This could be misconstrued absolutely the way the responses were. Instead of putting a full-on stop, that the passive way of doing it can, especially when you're in that space of playing that type of role, it can be misconstrued. So this is one of the weaker ones. I do understand that, yes, they weren't comfortable, but when you aren't comfortable, absolutely, you should absolutely be, especially when it comes to Discord, absolutely say go too far. When I've been in this space before, there's some things that people have said, yep, you've gone too far. We're going to put a yellow light on this. And then I know, to step it back and to not be as aggressive, because, even though the play may be aggressive that way, the play that they were doing here may be aggressive that way, not everyone appreciates that. Going on here, gone around calling me a sex pest, so this person was called a sex pest by them as well. And here's another apology. Finally, I want to apologize because my time in the scene, committed actions that have been harmful while I was never my intent. That there were many times where I could get ahead of myself that I would want to say or do. Be stepping away, reflecting for a long time. To those who wish to talk, DMs are open. But as an IP, I think an appropriate thing to do would be for me to let go. Once again, I'm sorry for those who were hurt. I wish I did better. And that's the finality of the whole thing. There's a lot of things that people can criticize him for. Absolutely. You always should take responsibility for when you do these types of things. And yeah, people are going to separate themselves because once the first domino falls, the rest start going after that. And if you've been a type of person that's done a lot of horrible things to people, eventually it will come back up. That is one of those things that will always happen, has always happened. And in this case, Livnicto is probably not going to be able to come back to the community that he had before.
I was not even human. I was really weird.
And usually it's the other way around. Where people don't see the workers as human. They see them as less than. They see them as beneath them. They see them as that type of thing. She's legit for this crash out. She absolutely deserves to have the crash out. But to have someone just ignore you that way, this is the thing that I noticed when I went to Japan and things like that. Their service industry, I'm pretty sure there are people who are rude, but their service industry is different than our service industry over here. I went and went to play. I mean, I don't speak the freaking language, and people were much nicer to me in the places, whether it was Tokyo or other places that I went to in Akihabara and other places like that. They were much kinder to me, even as someone who didn't speak the language, to do all these things. Way nicer to me in the whole situation, and it is beyond me how people can be this way. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.